Hi, I'm Chef Jeff Trombetta from Norwalk Community College in Connecticut, and today I am going to show you how to make a ham and cheese stuffed puff pastry. So one of the items inside this ham and cheese puff pastry is going to be wilted kale. I think it adds a lot of vegetable and health to a not so healthy dish and just gives it a lot of contrast. So a little ground white pepper, just a little bit of kosher salt. Remember, kosher salt's a thicker crystal, and it goes a long way. So now we're going to slice the ham. Very important that we slice it thin so it rolls nice in the pastry. It's all right if it shreds a little bit. It's a nice piece of Virginia ham. Now let's check our kale to see if it's wilted properly so we can allow time for it to cool before we put it into our pastry. This is perfect. Now remember, this is going to bake in the oven too. But kale is hardy, it could take it. So we have our puff pastry sheets. And this is, you could buy it already sheeted like this, but we need to roll it thinner for it to roll properly. So we have our sheet of puff pastry on the board, floured board. Now the flour is always based on the weather, the amount of flour you use. It's dusting flour. You don't want it to stick, but don't over flour. So we will just dust it a little bit on both sides and keep it rectangle, because we're going to roll this up. But remember, thin is good because it will bake properly. It will get crisp. That's rolled out thin. I'm talking about 1/8 of an inch. Turn it towards us so we can roll it properly. Our wilted kale, squeeze it out. This nice, beautiful handmade bowl from Botswana. But you can see I'm kind of squeezing it with my wooden paddle. You squeeze this out because otherwise it's going to create too much moisture. And we're going to take and we're going to build a line. So don't be bashful when you lay your kale down. And we have a lot of dough to fill up. And get a good layer of ham. This is going to be hearty. So that's enough ham. Now we're going to add the cheese. So we're going to add just enough cheese to, remember, to act like a glue and for flavor. I mean, whoever invented ham and cheese, I mean, they knew what they were doing. So let's roll this up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a knife and get it under there. And I'm going to go right across the top. There we go. And tuck all that back in. I want it tight. You got to handle it. Be kind of like on the balls of your hand when you roll. Okay? Don't stick your fingers through it. Don't worry about the edges. That's right, if it comes out, it could take the oven. So we're going to get this onto our parchment paper sheet pan. So we're just going to pick it up in a hurry. Keep that seam down. I'm going to put it on here on an angle. Just like that. Because I actually rolled it so thin, I'm a little bit bigger than the pan. Now we're going to egg wash it. Okay, egg wash, all it means is egg thinned out with a little bit of water or milk. And the other thing you should do is you should make some breather holes because it's going to generate a lot of steam in there. And otherwise it's going to make its own avenue of explosion, if you will. So let's get this delicious ham and cheese stuffed puff pastry in the oven. We're going to go 400 degrees, hot oven. So I prepared some julienne of green pepper and some radish, and I'm going to make a little salad, and we're going to garnish our puff pastry with this salad. So now we're going to take our ham and cheese stuffed pastry out of the oven. I'm sure it's done. It's been in there 20 minutes. So let's slice our ham and cheese puff pastry and garnish it up with the green pepper salad. Make a nice little V. Give our salad another little toss. I tasted it. Touch more salt. And all right, like that. Let's look for some radish to go on top. There we go. Just like that. So here's our ham and cheese stuffed puff pastry. It's delicious. I think I'm going to give it a taste. That is delicious. That'll make any guest happy. So I'm Chef Jeff Trombetta from Norwalk Community College in Connecticut. And remember, it's just good cooking.